In the files for the pre-sequel you can find numerous cut items. These include the Bad Touch, the Good Touch, the Cherami, the Creamer, the Fibber, the Heartbreaker, the Lady Fist, the Cracked Sash, the Flying Maiden, and the Purdy Lights. When the Doppelganger DLC released, you could obtain the Contraband Skyrocket from Borderlands 2 by destroying celebration barrels for a 3.3% chance to get the drop, but this was a limited time event, meaning the grenade is no longer available in-game. Despite the pre-sequel being set on the moon, grenades are still affected by gravity. While the grinder is unlocked through a side mission, you can actually use it without doing the side mission at all by going to the Nexus in the Claptastic Voyage DLC. The Van de Graaffen laser dropped by Deadlift will always have the alternating prefix despite being able to roll with any other parts on it. This is because the prefix is actually a reference to electricity, which ties directly into Deadlift. During the Mercenary Day event, Iwajira would be replaced by Odjuramir, who was a cryo version of Iwajira. He had more health and was resistant to almost all damage types. Odjuramir could drop the Avalanche Shield and the all-painful Assault Rifle. Another version of Iwajira was named Volcantis and was a fire version of the boss. Sadly though, this boss never made it into the game despite being largely finished for the most part. Even though the Torques deal corrosive damage, no Torques actually resist corrosive damage entirely. You may already know that in the pre-sequel there's a mission where you kill a mini destroyer from Borderlands 1. What you probably didn't know is that this makes the destroyer the most showcased vault boss in the franchise, showing up in Borderlands 1, the pre-sequel, and Borderlands 3. Professor Nagiyama can drop the ZX-1, but due to him being an NPC in the pre-sequel, this of course never actually happens in-game. But who knows, maybe at one point during development he was actually going to be an enemy you could fight. The Jacobs glitch pistols in the Claptastic Voyage DLC can roll with a Vladov barrel, despite the roll being unobtainable in Borderlands 2. The test dummies in Deck 13.5 in the Claptastic Voyage DLC are the only test dummies in the franchise which allow you to test specific elemental weapons against them individually. On top of the Claptrap in the Nexus, you can find a yellow Hyperion ammo chest. It is near impossible to find a Malawan pistol with cryo on it. The only weapon in the game which can apparently roll it is Miss Moxie's probe. Above the lift to the Mayor's office, you can find a secret lockbox which has been decorated with skulls and crossbones, which when opened, gives you a screen effect in addition to money and health regen. Inside the box it says Isaiah's loot, and whilst many believe this to be a Gage reference, I found a post from Anthony Birch mentioning how Gearbox granted a kid named Isaiah's Make-A-Wish and put the box in game because he designed it. There is more information on this story, but sadly because Gearbox shut down the Gearbox forums, it's lost forever. There are no legendary TD or shotguns in the pre-sequel. A purple Malawan spike shield is actually classed as a legendary shield in the game, and because of this, can be grinded. It also means that it can eat up your drop when you do grind for a legendary shield. There's a strange glitch with the shift machine in Concordia, where for some players, upon restarting their game, will return all of the previously redeemed shift codes, allowing you to have an infinite supply of golden keys and items, though apparently this can only occur on PC. And finally, when upgrading Wilhelm with his cybernetic implants, his voice and sound effects will become gradually more robotic. If you have any more that we didn't mention in this video, please drop them in a comment down below. I'd love to do another video like this in the future. Also, if you have some for Borderlands 1, 2, or even Borderlands 3, let me know. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll check you in the next one.